Sophia loved the fact that the women's suffrage movement were not taking no for an answer. What's more, the head of the WSPU, the more militant wing of the suffragette movement, was an incredibly charismatic woman called Emmeline Pankhurst. Sophia is drawn to her like a small planet to a big star. And Emmeline sees in her the potential for enormous propaganda. Wouldn't this be amazing? To deploy Sophia like a grenade, the daughter of a Maharaja, goddaughter of Queen Victoria, front and centre in the battle for women's votes. She started off small in her fight for the suffragettes. She made jam and chutney. She never did. I don't think she even knew the way to the kitchen. But supposedly, these are little jars made by a princess to raise money for the suffragette cause. It wasn't enough. So then she starts selling copies of Votes for Women right outside Hampton Court Palace, winding up everybody in the neighbourhood. But it wasn't enough. So she starts recruiting suffragettes, inviting them to her Faraday home. But it's not enough. They drive press carts through London to the roughest parts of town. Sophia doesn't just go along to these on the press cart, she drives the press cart. But even that's not enough. So she stops paying her taxes. You can go to prison for that. She doesn't care. Bailiffs come to her house, they start taking her jewellery. Even that isn't enough. It is the day of the King's speech. Asquith is coming out of number 10 Downing Street. It was different then, you could go right up to the door. Nobody notices or cares that this very finely dressed woman is at the door. They notice, though, when Asquith is getting into his car and she hurls herself at the window, smashing a Votes for Women pamphlet right against his window. This is a woman who is absolutely hell-bent on getting arrested and sent to prison. There Sophia is with Emmeline and the other rock star suffragettes, the leaders of this movement, kettled by the gate in Parliament. And she sees this woman being picked up and hurled against the pavement. And the woman gets up, like all the suffragettes, they don't stay down. So she gets up again, she's picked up and hurled. Sophia, 5'0" of her, manages to sneak through the kettle. And she runs in between this big police officer and this small woman who is losing consciousness and body checks him out the way. So the police officer lets her drop and tries to disappear. This is a woman in the magazines. She's quite famous, don't really want to be involved in this. So she follows him into the middle of a riot, getting pushed and shoved and kicked and punched as she goes, screaming at him, "Show me your number, show me your number." And it's only when she catches sight of it, V700, that she's content to let him go.